Tonight on the super important show, the greatest accident to ever happen, the most number of skulls you could ever possibly want, and the fee for bad parenting that we didn't know that we needed. I am one of your hosts, Dustin Diodato, who should have practiced that more. And joining me, as always, is Heather Jules Booth. How are you doing, Heather Jules Booth?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And tonight we have special guest, the wonderful Andrew Bond. Hello, Andrew Bond. How are you?
Hi. Can you keep my head over you? I'm stuck behind my title.
Your graphic, yeah. Andrew, for folks who don't know you, tell us a little about it. What makes Andrew Bond Andrew Bond?
So I'm on the sketch team. You've probably heard a bunch of them with the sketch team Roadhouse with Heather and Dustin. I've been writing sketch comedy for about 5 or 6 years now. That's pretty much my main comedic output. I do improvise a little bit, but it's not my main thing. And
you're on an Armory Monday team, whatever that's Barracks team.
I'm going to talk about that. Yeah. Okay. So I do that a little bit, but that's I would say writing is my main thing. That's what I like. I like letting other people say my stuff.
Okay, cool.
Now I'm here to say stuff.
All right. Well, welcome. Heather, do you want to get us into World You Crazy?
Oh, let's do it. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Sujatha is here. Hello. Excellent. Good to see you here. So here is our story for today. Yes, we have a restaurant that adds a $50 unable to parent fee for rowdy kids. Hello to Topping as well in the chat. So, as you may have guessed, this restaurant in Blue Ridge, Georgia, is gaining national attention for charging customers a fee for bad parenting. It is called the Toccoa Riverside Restaurant. I don't know. I'm so sorry. It's 2 hours north of Atlanta, so it's down there. And it offers a selection. Well, I don't know why this is important. This article wants you to know it offers a selection of dishes such as steak, trout, and American fare. But look a little closer and you'll see something else. At the bottom of the menu is an adult surcharge for customers who are unable to parent, followed simply by $3 signs. It does not spell out what the amount comes to, but apparently some guests have discovered that it is $50, although the restaurant says the amount is at their discretion. There are several Google reviews who are unhappy with this. One review reads, and I'm going to read this verbatim: "If you have children, absolutely avoid this place at all costs. Holy moly, the most disrespectful owner made a huge scene in front of the entire restaurant because our children were running through the restaurant. They were down by the river. We were told we need to go to Burger King and Walmart and that we were bad parents. They have a $50 surcharge for bad children."
Wait, so are they? Yeah. Is the restaurant down by the river? Like what's?
I also wanted to know, did this mean that the restaurant was down by the river and that's what they were annoyed by, like in addition, or if that they were saying, and this is the way I took it initially, is that the children were running through the restaurant and then ended up down by the river. Therefore, the restaurant was like, "Fuck you guys, you're bad parents," which I laughed at.
My interpret.
That's accurate.
I feel like this is like a Georgia expression. Like this is just something people say, like they were down by the river, you know. And I don't know what that means. I'm a northern boy, so I don't. But for the Georgia, and this is an article for a Georgia audience.
Right.
It's a local news article, and they're saying everyone who reads that means, oh yeah, they were down by the river. I get you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think of it as the Chris Farley had a van down by the river.
Also, I cannot hear the phrase "down by by the river," yes,
right,
and not immediately think that. Same. I was like, I even heard it.
Those kids are on a path.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I mean, so Heather, who do you think is the bad one in that review? Do you think that those kids were awful, or do you think that the owner is too serious or whatever you want to call it. The owner is...
I mean, in this situation, I blame neither of those. I blame the parents, absolutely, and I think that the restaurant owner is correct to call it bad parents. The very fact that these parents are just incensed because their children were running through the restaurant and they're mad, and I'm like, you're lucky it was $50. It should have been more than that. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Like, absolutely on the restaurant side, and I do not blame the kids. Kids are kids. I blame the parents. Absolutely.
It's weird. It's weird to me how, like, depending on your mood, a rowdy kid can be sometimes super entertaining and sometimes awful. Joy and I went to the local IHOP, and there was this kid. It was 11 o'clock at night, so I didn't even understand why this kid was, like, in the IHOP. But, like, okay. And he decided to make best friends with the waiter, who was named Kevin. And I remember that because every 5 seconds he'd be like, hey, Kevin. Like, how does this work? Hey, Kevin, what's going on? And it was just like, I don't think we ever went more than 30 seconds without him asking Kevin a question. And it was, like, super distracting, but it was that rule of, like, 100, where, like, eventually it just became really awesome, and we kind of, like, loved it, but we also could have hated it so much.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I see too many times, I have worked in enough industries where people will just leave their kids to run free, and they're just like, they let them go crazy and run through spaces, make a lot of noise. And when you're like, hey, could you, maybe ask your kids to keep it down? Again, in no way being upset with the kids. And the parents are always like, dude, they're kids. Kids are going to be kids. How dare you? And it's like, yeah, kids are going to be kids, but you're also sitting on your phone, not paying attention. So maybe interact with your kids a little more.
Cool. Do we want to move on to our next story?
I think so.
Okay. Andrew, take it away.
All right. We have cargo of fireworks explodes into hour-long light show after Highway 1 crash near Hope, British Columbia.
Yeah, this is the thing I always hope will happen. Go ahead. Sorry, you tell your story.
A collision on the Trans-Canada Highway east of Vancouver resulted in an hour-long light show on Thursday night after the crash caused a cargo of fireworks to ignite. RCMP, that's Royal Canadian Mounted Police, said a semi-trailer traveling eastbound collided with a pickup truck towing a trailer full of fireworks that was parked on the side of the road about 10 kilometers west of Hope, British Columbia. The crash, which happened around 10 p.m., caused the fireworks to go off, resulting in flashes and explosions above the highway.
You want me to share that happening?
Yes. We have video of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, CTV News Vancouver.
It is a not fucking around amount of fireworks. It is a serious...
Wow.
And it was described by onlooker Ryan Kuhn, who's apparently the only source this reporter could find, a raging inferno of fireworks. He says, I came around a corner and, saw fireworks. It seemed very strange for 10 o'clock at night, which apparently he would have expected this at some other time, but 10 o'clock?
Yeah,
no,
it's
that was
strange for 10 o'clock. Yeah.
That feels like a sweet spot for fireworks to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I saw this at 3 p.m., I'd be like, sure, of course, but 10 o'clock, no.
Yeah.
He also said, what was his name? Ryan Kuhn, excuse me. He said it was the best fireworks show I'll ever see, which I think don't limit yourself. You might see
never know.
Fireworks show someday. Who knows?
Who knows?
Heather, is chat working? I just want to make sure that I
it
didn't
does
mess
not
up.
seem to be. No.
Oh no. Okay.
It doesn't seem to be. I've been clicking y'all's comments. I've been appreciating them.
Let me try and plug the link in again.
I sure can.
Maybe I messed it up.
I messaged it to you again. In the meantime,
Okay.
I'm going to read that Sujata said, holy shit, and then said that, 10 p.m. is the perfect time. I do think 10 p.m. is a pretty
Yeah.
decent time to have a literal truckload of fireworks happening, because it's not too early that you're just like, I mean, I guess there's never too early, but it's not too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that the nice thing, apparently no one was hurt. Great.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah. But it reminds
there we
me
go.
another.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as long as no one got hurt, a fun, up close and personal show. I agree.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a similar story I remember, like of a fireworks show where they accidentally triggered all of the fireworks to go off immediately instead of like spread out over 20 minutes.
I think I've read about that.
So it's it starts the show, everything goes off for like 30 seconds, and then it's done, and then everyone goes home.
Yeah, and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, I got what I wanted. It burned my eyebrows off, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll occasionally see like fireworks factory explosions videos. Although usually, again, those are usually someone dies there, so it's a bit of a bummer. But this one, great outcome for everyone.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't actually know that there were. I mean, it makes sense that there would be, but I've actually never heard
They
those
have
stories.
to make them somewhere.
Right.
You can't just make it in someone's backyard.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would say in half the country they do, but like but the professional ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Anything else on this, or do we want to keep going?
We gotta keep on trucking.
All right.
Like a fireworks truck.
So I feel like sometimes, like, the world's a crazy place. This segment is called World You Crazy, and sometimes it's crazy in a bad way, and sometimes you conceive of a thing and it happens, and I'm so excited about it. Oh, hold on. I accidentally have the YouTube up on my computer, and I hear me talking to myself. So let me mute that. So anyway, science has given us something. I'm going to call it science because I don't know where else this came from. It turns out that the Florida Man Games are actually happening.
Look at this logo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In February of next year, they are doing what they call the Florida Man Games, where they very much lean into the whole Florida Man idea. Let me get my research up. My research, I just mean that.
I need to know what these events are. Like,
Oh,
what
no,
are the different?
It's coming. Don't worry.
Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah. So the developers say they're going to try and poke fun at the reputation of producing strange news stories, including guns, drunk, booze, reptiles, and such. So among the contests planned for February, the event's going to take place in St. Augustine, Florida, are the evading arrest obstacle course, in which contestants jump over fences and through yards while being chased by real police officers.
Oh my God.
The Category 5 cash grab, in which participants tried to grab as much money in a wind-blowing booth, and the very self-explanatory beer belly wrestling competition.
Okay.
So yeah, those are just the ones I think that they've figured out so far. But if
There's nothing with gators.
they're gonna work. They're working on it.
Or
You just gotta give them
crocodiles?
some time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want crocodiles getting harmed, but there has to be something that involves crocodiles.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Tickets are $45 for general
Wow,
admission.
that's very reasonable.
Yeah. And the referees are going to be two of the American Gladiators from the American Gladiators
Of course
TV
they
show from the 90s.
Sure, of course.
Right, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking everybody is, I think everybody needs to help donate some money so that Heather and I and Andrew, if you want to come, can go to St. Augustine, Florida, and not participate in the Florida Man Games, because I don't think
No.
Sure.
I don't think that we're
We're not-
eligible.
Well, we'd have to
yeah.
go through the regional qualifiers.
Right? Yeah. that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
and I think the very first thing is they'd be like, "Are you vaccinated?" And I'd be like, "Yes," and they'd be like, "You're out."
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I don't think I could be more excited about these games. I'm hoping that they're televised. I'm sure that they
I
won't
do
be.
actually hope they're televised because I would actually like to watch this.
Yeah, I
Sounds
highly doubt that
ridiculous.
they are, but I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. I
I
feel
don't know.
like
I mean, the site seems pretty slick.
Here we go. Topping says there should be mechanical alligators for them to wrestle, like mechanical bulls for in the world for people to ride. I like
100%. Yeah, 100%.
that. That's really smart.
So, I've been looking at this. Honestly, I feel like they haven't put enough thought into the events.
Okay.
It feels a little shallow. When I think of the Florida Man stuff, it's not just like drunk guys. It's drunk people doing insane things.
Mm-hmm.
Like like a guy steals a canoe and drives, pilots it through a sewer or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
steals a car and drives it off an off ramp or something. So these all seem like sort of like more like just southern backyard games rather than actual insane people. So I strongly encourage them. They still got time. I encourage them to go crazier and get nuts.
Yeah. Well, first,
I think looking at the some of the ancillary stuff does seem more crazy. I liked the chicken coop bingo.
okay.
I'd do that. That sounds great.
So the first thing they need to do though is go out and get a meth waiver that just says that every person
I'm
competing.
Yeah,
I'm glad
no
you
testing.
said it.
Like it's like how like strongman competitions they don't test for steroids. These competitions need to make sure they are not testing for anything.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to
go
say
whatever
that.
you
I was
need.
like, what if that's one of the competitions that involves meth?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, I feel like there was that time where everybody was taking like bath salts and like getting like really hallucinating and like eating each other. So I just feel like there should just be like give like 10 people bath salts and whoever can like get out of a room that's not locked wins.
I still to this day don't quite understand the bath salts thing. I just don't.
I saw an article recently that may have been all bullshit. Completely.
Really?
It was just like just some guy having a psychotic episode. No bath salts involved.
The one that like ate his roommate.
Concerned.
Yeah.
That ate his roommate. Like he just wanted to eat his roommate anyway, and just at the time was like, I'm sorry, bath salts.
I don't feel like going out for food, and we don't have anything in the fridge.
So.
You look tasty.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot about Seamless. I guess. All right, I'll just eat this guy.
I forgot about Seamless.
Yeah. Well, they got delivery fees, and it's
right. True. Why pay delivery fees when you've just got something in house?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
That should be the tagline for like the Seamless Plus, like Seamless Plus, so you don't have to eat your roommate if you're in Florida.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, those are our stories. Please, we need to go to the Florida Man games, Heather. We need to figure out a way to make this happen. I'm very excited about it. This is also that point in the show where I remind you to like and subscribe. It lets people know that you enjoyed the content, and it reminds you that the content is coming up. So if you can take a moment to like and subscribe and all that, it'd be wonderful. Cool. All right. Which now brings us to What the Fact. For any new viewers, What the Fact is a segment where I will pose questions that probably those guys don't know the answer to, and maybe in chat you don't know the answer to, and we'll try and guess, and maybe you'll learn something, and maybe you'll be horrified because usually they're real weird questions. So Andrew, get ready because I'm coming to you first.
Okay.
Our first question has to do with Grimm fairy tales. They're always a little weird. So as we all know, the evil stepsisters were bad people. In it, they tried to make Cinderella's life a lot harder. So in the Grimm fairy tales, what happened to the stepsisters by the end at the end of the story? Did they A, had their toes cut off, B, had their eyes pecked out by birds, or C, had to eat all of their own hair?
So I feel like it's it's going to have to be something like that that had some relation to the story. That's why I'm leaning towards A, since it
Okay.
fits into the weird glass slipper motif, because their feet didn't fit, so then they had their toes cut off. I guess I don't know who would have cut their toes off. Maybe Cinderella.
I mean, I can't give you any additional information, but I guess Topping agrees
no,
with
I
you.
don't-
Going here.
Topping says A. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not asking for additional.
Right, you're just talking it out. You're just talking it out. I got it. I got it.
Mhm,
I got you.
mhm, mhm.
I'm gonna go with A.
Okay, you're gonna go with A.
Yeah.
Topping, I will concede that it is not all of them. So you do have to pick one. Heather, what do you think?
They get their eyes picked out.
You get their eyes picked out?
They get their eyes picked out by birds. Yes.
Okay,
We've
you're
all
very
seen it.
confident.
Some of us have seen Into the Woods.
Okay.
And some of us have also read the original story, because I also want to say that I think, doesn't one of them choose to cut her toes off to try and shove her foot in the slipper to convince the prince, like, look, it's me. It's real dark.
Yeah. So since you done ruined it,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that is how it goes.
Okay.
So
They have their eyes
I
picked out
don't
by
see-
birds. There's a great moment in the musical, in Into the Woods. They illustrate it, but
So yes, the cutting the toes off was a bit of a red herring, because one of the sisters cuts her own toes off, and the other
Yes.
sister cuts the heel of her foot off, both
Oh.
so that they could fit into the
Honestly,
slipper.
that feels like commitment from them.
Right.
I would give them credit for that. Good for
And
way to go.
In the
And I-
Cinderella didn't
like-
do shit.
in the explanation that I read, the thing that was weird was for both of them it worked for a little while until the prince noticed that they were like bleeding profusely and then realized that they were liars, and I was just like, how?
Oh, it's a woman thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, how did you not notice the person cut their it's a glass slipper? How did you not notice the toes
right.
were not there, or the heel of the foot
Well,
not there?
It's a broken glass slipper. It's fine. It's
That's-
normal.
I just-
That's
Yeah,
how it works.
I
it's
love-
expected.
Yeah.
That's why I love these fairy tales too, because you're just like, everyone's expecting all like the Disney stuff, and it's like, nope, no.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the narrative justification for getting their eyes pucked out? Is it just like, okay, we gotta end this story?
I think it was just because they were evil, like they were bad people. Like if I'm remembering,
sure,
it was
that
just
makes
like
sense,
their
yeah.
punishment for being terrible. So birds come
Gotcha,
down and like
okay.
peck their eyes out.
Yeah.
And I think it might have to do with something about Cinderella, like that she was sort of like communing with the animals, like she got along with them because she was kind.
Sure.
So they
So
were just,
I'm envisioning like the Disney version with like the little birds,
Mhm.
with the streamers, except they come down and pluck out eyes.
Right.
plucking out their eyes.
That's how that happens off screen apparently, but it does happen.
Yeah.
We just don't see that part,
Okay.
but
Yeah, that feels like a punishment doesn't fit the crime kind of thing. Like they were jerks, but now they're like
I mean-
blinded forever.
I mean, they're also jerks who chose to already cut their toes and heels off, which is pretty bad.
Right,
so.
but isn't that like the punishment enough?
Well, I
Isn't it?
mean, because they were stupid and they did that. Yes.
Yeah. All right, moving on to question number 2.
Gonna fine them $50.
Right, yeah.
They were
Uh,
down by the river.
Okay, so two awful people, Stalin and Mao, met up for the first time they met up. And Heather, I'm coming to you first.
Okay. I
What
don't know this.
happened? Did did Stalin boot Mao on the nose? Did he throw up on Mao? Or did he steal his poop? One of these things is true. It's not an all three either.
It's not an all three.
It's not an all three. Which thing did Stalin do to Mao when they first met each other?
I don't think it could be C, because how do you accomplish that? Like,
Okay.
you can only accomplish that by planning.
Mm-hmm.
It could be B, because I feel like there was a time when, like, didn't George Bush Sr. throw up on, like, the shoes of Japanese people or something? And I feel like people
Mhm.
made a big deal about it because they were like, "Oh, it's this." So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with B,
Okay.
But I could see it being A, and booping a nose is not the cute thing that it is like nowadays. Like nowadays, people talking about like booping, it's usually like cats, where people are like, I booped the cat's nose.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go with B.
You're gonna go with B.
He threw up.
Okay.
Yeah. Sujata wants to be A.
Okay,
I can understand that.
No, that's fair. I could. Yeah. Andrew, what do you think?
So, Heather, you said that it would require planning. He has the entire apparatus of the Soviet government behind him. Sure, he has the means to make that happen. As for why, I don't know. But I'm leaning towards C only because it feels like the weirdest one to make up, and
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that would come from, other than it actually being real.
So you're playing the psychological game. You're playing the
Yeah.
what would I put?
I'm going through the meta.
Okay.
This is-
All right. Fair enough. All right. So from chat, we only have really
Just an A.
Just an
in
A.
chat.
Okay.
From chat, yeah.
Okay. So
So everyone has picked one.
yeah.
Okay. We're
and
covered.
It turns out
can't
Andrew
be
played
all-
the game correctly.
How?
Steal his poop.
Oh my god.
He undid all of the plumbing underneath the toilet so that when they flushed the toilet, it would go directly, into a container because he wanted to learn more about him psychologically and DNA wise and all that. Like he figured he'd get a lot of useful information by essentially keeping all of his poop.
Archaeologists examine, poop, ancient poop to find out what
Right.
dinosaurs were eating. You can examine scat to see what a deer's diet is. It's,
I mean,
in
true.
I think, what was it, 10th grade? Dissected owl pellets?
I did not do that.
unprecedented.
I did not do that,
No,
but
same.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I went to a weird high school then.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean,
No,
also,
I'm
if you
excited
think,
that you
if
did.
you think of it, even when COVID was at its height, I mean, it's still out there, but they can tell like how much COVID is around in your area based on the wastewater.
Yeah.
So
Wastewater,
poop does tell us things.
Yeah, so Stalin was ahead of his time.
Or
Yeah.
maybe Stalin's just a freak like that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. When I first saw that option, I was like, well, what would be the point of stealing the poop too? Like just a power move? Like I got your poop? I don't know, but it's so
No, he's just. You look at Stalin's Pornhub history.
Yeah. I think at least for Stalin's sake, he was dictatory enough that he could be like, I want his poop. I'm not going to be involved in this. You all have to do it. And it's one of those things where you can kind of give that command to other people and not have to participate in it. But yeah, they undid all of his plumbing so that they could collect everything that went down.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you never go to the person. You go to you go to a third
neutral
location,
place.
a neutral place.
You
Yeah.
go to a neutral location where they can't fuck with shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times has my poop been stolen? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know where my pipes go. I need to get a little drone and figure out where my pipes go. All right, brings us to question number 3. The Caterpillar Club is only open to people who have done what? Is it people who've had plastic surgery over 51% of their body, people who've survived ejecting from a plane, or people who've rappelled down 40 stories of a building? Andrew, I'm going to come to you first. Which do you think is made? Which group of people do you think make up the Caterpillar Club?
Based on the only thing that could possibly make sort of sense here is plastic surgery.
Okay.
Like, if you think of your body is a cocoon, and then but then it would more be the Butterfly Club. You shouldn't call it the Caterpillar Club because you're the caterpillar before you got the plastic surgery.
Right, it's all part of the process.
Butterfly
though.
after.
Okay.
But this would be it would be then the club for people who have not had 51% of their body done with plastic surgery.
Right, which is
99% most of the
99.9.
world. So
Yeah.
almost every
Right. So you're in the Caterpillar Club, is what you're saying. Potentially, if
we're all in the.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make assumptions on behalf of everyone.
Okay.
But I think we're all in the Caterpillar Club. So
All right, so you're
I'm
going
gonna
with A.
say A, but I'm going to say if I were a member, I would be complaining, saying we are named incorrectly.
Okay. Heather, what do you think?
It's so funny because Andrew was like, well, I feel like it only could be the A, and I saw the choices and I was like, I feel like it can only be C because I feel like rappelling down a height is like a thing that you're doing very slowly. You're like, I've been watching a lot of Amazing Race lately, and rappelling down a building is terrifying in my opinion. So I have to go with C. I think it's C.
Okay.
What was B is eject? What was B? Ejecting from a plane? No, I don't think it's that.
Okay.
But Topping, however, says no, B, which would be a fake obvious answer. So not a right answer, but I'm sticking to it. And Sujata's saying C, like to have to move like a caterpillar. That's what I was thinking too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got a little bit for everything.
But Andrew,
Okay.
your theory makes so much sense that like you said it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
And the members of this club, they're not known for naming things. They're known for having a lot of toxic sugar.
And maybe caterpillar is like an in-joke where it's like we're the Caterpillar Club because we were caterpillars and then we became butterflies.
Yeah.
So if that's
I'm
the
doing
answer,
a lot of
I
work on their
understand.
behalf. Yeah.
All right. So do you guys want the answer?
Yes, I want to know what it is.
Okay. The actual answer
It's not
is
B.
people who survived
What?
ejecting from a plane.
Stop.
It's a
No.
small group of people. Their logic being that a lot of times, like actually ejecting from a plane is not all that safe, because so many things can get. Well, no, but I mean from the parachute
Surprise.
perspective.
Yeah, I've seen Top Gun. Sure. Yeah, I know.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah. So you get it. So it's basically like because it references like the silk of the parachute, that depending on how the silk falls out, you live or die. So they call themselves the Caterpillar Club. But I'm excited that I fooled you guys with my fake
You
answers.
fooled us with really good options
Yeah,
for this
good.
one.
Congratulations.
I love it.
Way to go,
Andrew and I
Destiny.
both.
I don't
I
give
love
a
it.
shit.
Andrew and I were both like very committed to our choices, and I did not think it was going to be B.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
But Topping got it right. So
yeah.
yes, good job.
I assume that it's a club that we will. There's a chance that we could have joined the other two clubs, but I don't think that there's any likelihood that we will ever be in a plane that has the ability to eject from it.
I am
and have to do
happy
so.
to not be in the.
I mean, it's the only one I would do. If there's no way I'm just going to be like, there's a reason I have to rappel 40 stories down this
Right.
building.
Right. Yeah.
Versus if
Again,
I'm in a plane that needs to, like, I need to eject. Yeah, I'll join the Caterpillar Club. Let's go.
Okay.
That's like with all these Amazing
And
Races.
I'm gonna say that as I push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be excited about it. You're like, hey, if I survive this,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm part of
but
this
we-
team. Club.
Hey guys,
Chris and-
this is called the Caterpillar Club.
But Chris and I will
We're
talk
at-
to
we're
each other
having a
about
good
like,
time,
oh,
right?
would you do this thing?
Yeah.
Would you do that thing? Which thing are you gonna do? And I'd be like, and like rappelling down a building is one of those things where I'm like, I really wouldn't want to do this. It looks horrifying. But I guess if my choice is that or eat like a giant slab of like 6 pounds of meat, I'm probably gonna pick that instead.
Oh, I'd eat that meat
Or
all
like-
day.
Or like diving, anything that's involving like diving. Really, anyway.
Okay. So those are our what the facts for the day. Hopefully that
Good ones.
taught some folks some stuff. Which now brings us to our available now on Etsy this time, because we have a bunch of Etsy things.
Oh, we sure do.
Which one do you want first?
Let's go with those birds first, Dustin.
Okay, I believe this is the right button.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is called Cage-Free Birds. And this is a wood carving. Etsy would like you to know it is in demand, that 5 people have bought this in the last 24 hours. And it is exactly what you think. It doesn't even really have a description on Etsy other than these pictures. It is a carving of Nicolas Cage with perhaps a wood nipple and 2 hatched birds that are also Nicolas Cage faces. And they're showing it as a magnet that you can put on your refrigerator. And it's got really good reviews. Although I think there's one really
It's
good
well
review.
made.
Yeah, there's one review of
Yeah.
a cat that's giving it a very skeptical look, which the cat is correct. That is very odd. Yeah, and it's got custom wood wonders. Yeah. What
How
are
mu-
other?
See, I bet Nicolas Cage isn't seeing a whole lot of money from this. I'll bet.
Oh, I don't think it. I
I'll
think
bet
Nicolas
he
Cage
decides
sees $0 from this purchase.
That's
I
disappointing.
think they are daring Nicolas Cage to sue them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I do appreciate that it's called Cage Free. Love a good pun.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, good job, Etsy.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lot of work for a joke. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
I agree. I just for that pun.
Right.
And also, so this person wants you to know, this seller, are you looking for ornaments? These might be up your alley. So they have ornaments for you in case you're like, oh, this I would like not a magnet. I would like an ornament of this.
Mhm.
And reviews, hilarious, well-made, high-quality, strong magnets. Bought as a present for my friend who likes birding. Okay, I feel like they missed.
Right. Yeah. You went the wrong way on that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How much
our
is this?
neighbor. Oh my god! Wait, I will answer you in a second.
Okay.
But this next review says our neighbors don't knock anymore since we put this on our door, and we love it. Wow! All right, you may have just sold it for me. It is $10.62.
Oh, that's
So,
worth it. That's definitely
Not
worth
bad
it.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah. How big is it? Like I can't tell if this is like a dinner
Does
plate
it,
or like
let's
an inch.
see. Does it say what the dimensions are?
Well,
It
you can count the
is
rings.
Yeah.
And see how
3.1
old it is.
inches, 3.5 inches, thickness 0.4 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, and Andrew's right. You can count rings. I feel like it's not that big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone posted a photo of it with a cat, and it's smaller than the cat's face, so it's probably on the smaller side.
Okay.
Could be a huge cat.
It could be a huge cat. That's very true. Yeah, you just never know.
I like the idea of it being a dinner plate size, but I guess I will live with
think
the
that
fact
would
that
be
it might not
amazing.
be.
Sure.
Oh, someone
Well,
says they
it's about
drunkenly
portion
purchased
control.
two.
You know,
Yeah. I drunkenly purchased 2 by accident. Yeah. Well, a cursed magnet. Oh, somebody thinks this is cursed. I did not think this personally was cursed, but
You think your other
Somebody
item
else.
is cursed?
I think my other item is cursed, which means let's segue into my other item.
Okay.
This item, now, I want to preface this by telling you, folks, since early this morning when I sent this link to Dustin, and now this item has sold out.
What?
And we haven't even shown it on the air yet, and it's already sold out.
They were about to sell
will-
hundreds more.
We were about
Yeah.
to, and you know what? We're just gonna
They-
this is just gonna make the seller need to make more of these.
Yeah.
This is called the Anxious Pickle. It's a pickle, and it's in a jar, but it looks very terrified. And I will tell you, I combed through a lot of pickle merchandise on Etsy to find. Yes, I did. I wanted to find something really, really worthy of this buy now, and there was some good stuff. But I hit this, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's cursed. That is definitely cursed. Look at its face. It's terrifying. Like,
But I don't know. I'm going to say I don't think that it is cursed, but I think the pickle has been cursed. I don't think that you would get a
Yes.
curse from it. I think that is a person who is trapped and is trying to silently scream, "Somebody save me."
yeah, I've been turned into a pickle. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. Why is nobody helping? Like,
well,
Yeah.
the artisan who made this would like you to know that the pickle is standing in a pool of pickle juice, which is epoxy resin,
Sure.
in a miniature mason jar. And
Mhm.
yeah, all the pictures of this are just
Yeah.
every picture.
That's
is like
that's the
slightly
obvious
worse.
part. You need to explain other things. Like why did you do this?
yeah.
Marissa has asked, free him. Marissa says, please free
And you
him.
can. That's not a complicated knot. You can open it. See,
That's
this
true.
is a social experiment for the people who buy this. Will you free the pickle? And if you just leave it there, you're a fucked up person.
Oh,
Yeah, I
y'all.
agree. Just I'm anxious looking at it. It's horrifying.
Y'all, I went to look to see if this had reviews, and this specific item doesn't. But another review says, "Well, I'm officially obsessed with a head of garlic." What?
Is there a
This
head of
person-
garlic?
Oh, it's a cursed garlic. Yeah, it's a cursed head of garlic.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Do you want to share it? Do you want to do the?
Oh my god, yes, I do want to share it. Hold on. It's pretty cursed.
Let me know when you're ready.
Oh. Here you go. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
He seems compared to the pickle, he seems to be doing great.
I mean, that's true.
Look. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving.
Well, a hand is moving it. It's not moving itself.
The hand is. It's cursed. Hold on. Oh!
I like that. I like that guy. The garlic, I think it's good.
You would get the garlic guy. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look.
Fuck them for making that
Look.
pickle. But
Oh,
The garlic is
wait.
good.
They put up another pickle. Good to see.
okay.
Heather, do you
God,
want to? Do you want to
They
take down?
cursed
Do you want to take down
another person.
Sujata's thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm distracted by all the content. Like
makes sense.
truly,
Mm-hmm.
this is an unbelievable. Oh, look at this one. Cheesy broccoli.
Can you click on that one?
Yeah, I'm on it. Can you see it?
I see it, but it's not clicked in. It's because I think you moved it to I think it's on a different tab or something like that. So
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
I think so.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I see that.
Yeah, no, you're
see-
right. You're right that's what happened. And fear not, y'all, because we are going to look at this because you need to see this. Yep.
You're working on it.
I am working on it. Why can't I share it?
You get
That's
it.
just me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just my face. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, that is horrifying. That is.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wait, this is the worst part of all.
Oh,
It's got a
no!
butt
It's
crack.
not, it's not-
Why does it have a butt crack? I feel really. This
It's
is
branded.
indecent. This is awful.
Oh, that is upsetting.